Anya putago, ife mebego, okuna fugo. No kwa kasi kwado, obele mwa wago, oke mwa putago. When man puts body, ebony me shut down. It's about to go down.
My name is Dr. Chimobi Desmond Ayaso. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good people of Abia State, especially my beloved people of Old Bende, where I come from. Today we stand tall and proud as we host and celebrate a true servant leader, our dear Governor Dr. Alex Choma Otti.
He has fixed our roads in Abia North, especially the one that transverses between Umuahia and Ariba going to Ohafia. Today I go to my village, a journey that takes 45 minutes to an hour, it's 15 minutes. Many hinterland roads within the Ohafia region, Item region, even down to Ozwakol have been fixed today, courtesy of our dear governor. We have health centers now scattered all over the place. This wasn't the case before. During our campaign, if you all recall, 2022, I made a statement that will now have more morgues. We'll have more funeral companies springing up along that road than we have hospitals. There was hunger in the land. There was no food anywhere. Fuel was scarce, food was scarce. When our old people get sick, no hospital to take them to. They end up in one of those caskets along the road. So no wonder we'll have the morgue business been thriving within that era. Thank God today that we have Chiomandi Abia. All that is a thing of the past. If you transverse that road now, you probably just find one or two. They are packing up in their numbers. While the road is smooth, people are no longer having the accident that is normal. Our cars are not spoiling as is normal. Please, thank our dear governor for me, whatever you say him. This is the crux. And the reason why Old Bende has queued up solidly behind His Excellency to assure him that we will support him 100%, unequivocally. He is the man of the moment. We've never had it this good, and that is why we have chosen to honor him today.
I mean, you talked about endorsing the governor, and I love the fact that you've doubled down on the endorsement word when you mentioned it, based on what you've said now. But looking at Abia North, you've mentioned a litany of projects which you think the governor has done, which wasn't the case prior to this time. But when you look critically at Abia North, it is an APC stronghold. The Abia North Senator, former governor of the state, Senator Joseph Kalu, is of there. The Bende federal constituency where you ran in the immediate past election, currently being held sway by Right Honorable Ben Carlo, is of the APC. Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Nkiru Konye Georgia, is of the APC. What's the inside chance, if any, that the backing you are talking about, 100% backing you are giving the governor, can be guaranteed in the wake of all of this?
If you had listened to the governor's pronouncements about elections come 2027, I'm doubling down on that word, and I'll come back to your question. If you are planning to write any results, write your will first.
That has come in for criticism as well,
yes,
because it looks a little bit like a threat.
Why is it a threat to bad people? It is a threat to bad people. The good people who rely on popular votes do not have that problem. No one with good intentions will see that statement as a problem. It's only the bad eggs, the people who are planning to rig the elections and how they rigged the last one. They are the people who are threatened by that statement, and I'm doubling down on it myself, not just the governor, because it's the right thing to do. I'm sure all well-meaning Nigerians will queue behind the governor on that statement. Who wants results written? Let the people's voice be heard. Let it ring down from Ohafia down to Ozwakoli, down to Umuahia. We want the popular vote to win. We want the people's wish to be adequately represented. Let the will of the people reign supreme. And that is the reason why the governor made that statement. If you're not popular in the election, if you're a popular candidate, you wouldn't care about rigging, would you? Now, you're asking, because of the political framework we have on ground in Abia North, you mentioned some political
heavyweights,
stakeholders. Yes. You've mentioned them here, and that is true. The thing is, it's very, very, very clear, and I've said it, and I continue to say it. Some of them did not get to power through the right means. Some rigged themselves, in particularly Benjamin Carlo.
That's a big allegation.
I'm not big. What
Confirmed by the electoral umpire. I hope you're taking responsibility for what you're saying.
No, this is my statement. Can be proved or disproved. The bottom line there is this. If you are not scared of the electorate, why do you want to care about rigging? Such statements shouldn't bother you. Now, the populace are the people I'm referring to. I'm one man. Benjamin Carlo is one man. Dr. Jizokalo is one man. Imperial Nyejota is one woman.
Followers, don't they?
Thank you very much. But I'm talking about the populace, the people who wants the right things done. Those are the people I'm speaking to. They are the ones queuing behind His Excellency. Look, we've had Abia State. Abia State has been existent for so long. How come that region hasn't developed up to now? How come we still have that bad road that's been maintained year in, year out, to have potholes everywhere, roads claiming life, and someone will sit in his vantage point and laugh at the people? Tell me why somebody who will represent people and see something that is very, very, very inimical for development, and they'll keep quiet about it. Why? Tell me why. And why wouldn't they be voted out? The voice of the people must be heard. Dr. Alex Choma Otti came in and saw the needs and the cry of the people that's been subsisting for decades, and he decided to fix it. If you were in my position, what would you do? If you were in that position to witness these things happen in your lifetime, what would you do? We will queue behind him. We will give him all the necessary support, and we will resist any atom of rigging.
Let's come back to the protagonist of the story, which will be written today. That's the grand reception being organized by the old Bende stakeholders, and talk about one of the narratives of the opposition and some analysts, that he has not done well in terms of transparency and accountability. Projects are given to contractors, and the amount disbursed or designated for such projects are not in the open space. And when you ask questions, you do not get the kind of response you get. What do you have to say about that?
One thing I'll tell you, you cannot, let's go to space technology for a little bit. You cannot determine any particular space until you triangulate it with something that appears permanent. For instance, if you want to tell the distance between where the location of the Earth, you have to take maybe Polaris as one of our stars. Polaris, a northern star. Then you have to triangulate between that and the moon. Then you can ascertain the position. So you cannot discuss one regime in isolation. Now you have to determine how efficient and how transparent one regime is compared to another. The past successive regimes have not been half as transparent as this particular government. What do they want the government to do? That before we do anything, before the government does anything, they will open it up to the public to come and see? Is that what they want? This government has been very, very vocal about transparency. In fact, in ranking in the entire country, you will see us among the first 10. You will see this regime among the first 10 in almost everything, including transparency. Last I checked, the Freedom of Information Act committee in the Federal House wants to host their median lecture. They wanted to have this done in Abia. Why? I asked why. They said because this is one of the most transparent governments that they have seen in recent times. So I'm quoting third parties. I'm not just saying this myself because maybe I'm part of the government and I'm duty bound to defend it. That is true. But the fact is, there are other third parties who will attest to the transparency in comparison to other past administrations.
You've talked about the essence of the populace, and by that I suppose you're talking about the numbers. The governor recently alleged of a grand plan by some people to tarnish his image and set him up against the president using mercenaries or external forces. And when you consider that this is coming prior to the 2027 elections, should the governor be worried about that?
Well, to start with, it's not alleged, that's what they plan to do. They have tried and they have failed. Recently, the deputy speaker took to the podium and made some unwarranted remarks and allegations. They were clearly false. And I took him to task. Every single thing he said was a lie. He may have an angle to this, but it was just a lie. How do we say that we have 38 billion coming into the coffers of our state government when we have FAC allocation written out, they will have our IGR, everything is. You're talking about transparency, right? FAC allocation is open for everybody to see. IGR is posted every month for everybody. So what other transparency are you even talking about? And someone had the audacity to mount the podium and look at an efficient running machine called Abia State and say that we'll receive some spurious amount of money.
You do not think that was a concerned stakeholder in the state asking for more from the Abia governor?
When you need to ask for more, you ask for more. Hey, you're doing well. That's how it starts. Your Excellency, your work is wonderful. We'll see all the things you're doing, but please, we need you to do a little more. That is the tone, and that's how you appreciate someone and you expect them to believe that is a good faith. That is how it goes. Now coming out to tell us that we assumed a loan of 263 point something million US dollars, and where is the project? Where are the roads? What have you done with the money? Can you imagine somebody at South Vantage Point making such serious statements? You give someone a loan today, you want to see the product tomorrow morning. Is that how things are done? Is that how, in what government, in what regime, and in what time? Only Ulusi will not do that. But I think it's very, very wrong. I think he should apologize for that statement, as a matter of fact. I'm telling us to thank Mr. President all of a sudden for giving us our due from the federal coffers. We are part of this federation. This country, Abia State, is one of the states. It's not like we're receiving what is not ours. It's not like somebody out there is dashing us money or funds. This is what is due Abia State, like it's due Imo State, that is due Anambra State. Every other state in the federation received. Why are we being singled out for going our needs, cap in hand, to go and praise Mr. President for doing his job? That is what he does. We're grateful for all the help he has rendered, and we actually atomize those. Port Harcourt Road, for example, Port Harcourt Expressway, for example. He has helped us through Iheanyi to build that road, and we're enjoying the benefit, and we're thankful to Mr. President. So his effort trying to malign us and put us at odds with the president has failed. And I decided again to take him to task on some of the projects he has enumerated that he had done for Bende Federal constituency. I have not even started. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And he went through some coalition somewhere and talk about him being an ex-convict and all kinds of things. And people are clamoring about him being an ex-convict. Is that at this level? Is that what we should be talking about? We are discussing governance. We are discussing post-election. We are discussing delivering quality products, delivering dividends of democracy. Please do not come and tell us that you have delivered when you have 11.3 kilometer road and you're delivering 6.3, and the 6.3 you delivered are in total disrepair. Everything is broken down. We are talking about delivering on mandates, delivering on promises, which Dr. Alex Otti has done excellently and extraordinarily well within a short period of time.
Let's talk about another issue that is raging, especially from the camp of the oppositions. They have time again said that the administration of Dr. Alex Otti appears to be stifling the opposition. And they have even compared, and you did mention comparison of successive governments to have a comprehensive report or assessment of a government. They referred to the former governor of the state, Dr. Okeze Bazo, as being more open to criticism via his body language and acceptability to the same during his administration. What do you make of this one?
Thank you for that question. Thank you so much. What I'll say in totality is that regardless of what anyone has to project, that we're stifling opposition, I don't think we have eschewed any constructive criticism. If you know the governor well enough, you will realize that the governor actually appreciates constructive criticism because he wants to be better. He wants to always outdo himself. He has a vision. He has a vision to make this state the envy of the entire world, not just Nigerians, the entire world. He's talked about everywhere. So I challenge anybody that is doing this, that is trying to detract our projection, to submit himself to project verification. Whatever he has done, let him submit himself to, let's verify the project, just like we're doing with Alex Otti. Taking Alex Otti to task and saying that everything he has done should be verified. He welcomes it with open arms. Why? Because he does not do shoddy jobs. Would the opposition do the same? Would you agree so that we can put the project they've done in the past through the microscope? Are you aware that sometimes we started this whole Sulu airport before now? Are you aware that we started this airport? Airport saga didn't start today. Are you aware? But where is that project today? But if you come, this administration started an airport project. I can point and show you what they're doing. I can point and show you. So how can you compare this administration with the past? So it's night and day, my brother. It's night. And those ganging up against the governor in Boja are also wasting their time, because Mr. President knows that the governor is very appreciative of everything that he has done for the state, including granting us, upgrading us from airstrip to airport. So we're very happy with Mr. President and what he's helping us achieve as a state.